Good morning, Dr. Ajayi. Thank you for coming to share your valuable experience with the delegates at the Ausso Leadership Academy. Please, can we meet you? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, thanks for inviting me, Austin. My name is Dr. Richardson Ajayi. I'm a gynecologist by training, but I am currently the Executive Vice Chairman of the Bridge Clinic, and the Chairman of SENLAB Nigeria, and also the Chairman of the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital. So I work in healthcare, and I'm trying to bring good practices to healthcare in Nigeria.
So this name in medicine is a big name. A lot of people know this name with the Bridge Clinic, which is one of the foremost in Africa. But also, few people know it in connection with the Ajayi Memorial Hospital. And there's a commonality. Maybe you can shed some light on it.
Well, Ajayi Memorial Hospital is my heritage. My father, the late Dr. Ajayi, as the founder of Ajayi Memorial Hospital. Ajayi Memorial was one of the first private hospitals in Nigeria, and it was renowned in those days. Sadly, we lost my father in 1981, and like with any business where you've not really put a right succession structure in place, Ajayi Memorial struggled. But we thank God that my father's legacy lives on through his children. Two of us are doctors. I'm a gynecologist, I have a younger brother who's a urologist and very successful in the UK. So my father's legacy lives on through his children.
And now that you made the point about the business and succession, you also made a point during your session about the difference in practicing medicine and the business of healthcare. And somehow we haven't made that dichotomy. We believe that practicing medicine is running healthcare. What's the difference?
Well, I think the practice of medicine is what a doctor does. I mean, you treat your patients, and within your practice, there's a limitation to the amount of work you can do, because you're the only one there. No matter how fantastic you are, there are only 24 hours in the day. So it's very difficult to invest into that structure. But the business of medicine is a platform where you can look for opportunities to scale. Therefore, you need many doctors working on the platform. And a business is like any other business of medicine is like any other business. So you need to be able to create the systems that run a business as opposed to a practice where you're focusing on just treating the patients.
If I may then ask, in Nigeria we had 87 banks. I call them banklets then, little things. Not until the consolidation that we had global standard banks that met the governance. Would you think that such would help in the healthcare, and transform the face of healthcare to go beyond just the practice of medicine to the business of healthcare?
Oh, absolutely. I think the government has a key role to play in regulation. And I think one of the things that work abroad is that to call something a hospital, there's a certain level of investments you need to make. If you don't make that level of investment, it is not a hospital. And I think we can do the same in Nigeria, because then you can do things like, these are the standards, and you must have a significant amount of investment to call it a hospital, which means that all the smaller hospitals where the doctors are running practices need to fit into this bigger platform. And with that, we can start to get ascension. Definitely, the government has a key role to play there.
How far do you see us from where we are to get into this platform concept that you talked about?
There's a lot going on in healthcare today. There are a lot of people from diaspora coming back to Nigeria. A lot of them are looking for platforms. And I think the time is right for that kind of investment to be made. Indeed, some foreign companies like Toyota are already doing that. So the Eurocare Hospital is a platform where a lot of diaspora doctors come in and engage. So that really is the future of healthcare in Nigeria. And I think the sooner we move into that space, the better.
So what jolted me almost out of my chair is that you said a lot of doctors are coming back from diaspora. But what we hear are sensational headlines that almost 60 doctors per day are leaving to Canada and America. So are they coming or are they going?
Well, I think the vast majority are going because the current state of healthcare in Nigeria is such that most of them need opportunity for growth. But having gone there and grown, most of them get itchy feet in terms of coming back and adding value to Nigeria. that's really the opportunity. So the opportunity is that a lot of the diaspora doctors are coming back, albeit temporarily. They're coming for a weekend to do some work, but these are significant opportunities for skill upgrade, which we can have in Nigeria. So I think we can leverage this great dream into a great day.
So someone threw a number in the class that medical tourism in Nigeria by Nigerians about $3 billion per annum, and yet we don't have money. The little foreign exchange that we have, we're spending $3 billion of it going to India, Dubai, and so on. Is there a way we can bring this $3 billion here and provide the service here? I mean, yes, maybe it's the people that can afford it, but let's even start from providing the people that can afford it, these medical facilities here, and have the money rotate here rather than, is that going to happen soon? I see some big thing being built here in Lekki. I understand it's a hospital.
Well, I think that's what everybody sees. Everybody sees that opportunity. And I think, you see, healthcare is essential. It's an essential need for any society. You can't have a country as large as Nigeria without a solid healthcare infrastructure. People will get sick and they will find the money and travel abroad. So we need to provide those services here in Nigeria. But it's not easy because a hospital is a very complex business. It's a complex system. And so all the elements that we need to put it together, we need to be focused and deliberate to set these hospitals up. And once we do it, they will all do very well. Because healthcare is a beautiful business. It does well in good times and it does well in bad times because it's essential. So we just need people to take that bull by the horn and put the systems in place.
So let me not forget about your third role, which is the chairman of the Lagos State Teaching Hospital. And what does that entail? What are the expectations of you, and have you been able to fulfill it in that role?
Well, I think the vision of the government when they invited us as a new board was to bring some private sector practices into the government hospital. And we have a strategic plan that we're working through, and we're trying to bring all these systems in place. It's not easy because, as you know, culture eats strategy for breakfast. So the culture that you meet in the government hospital is very different from the culture in the private sector. So it's going to take a while to communicate and engage them, but it's something that we're working on. So the whole idea is to try and bring in clinical excellence into government hospitals, and the journey has started.
And hopefully, if we get it right at Lagos State Teaching Hospital, we probably can replicate that.
Absolutely, it's a test case, and I think we're blessed with a board that is very committed. The team in the government hospital with the CMD are also very committed to the process. So I think we're moving in the right direction.
One thing that didn't come out though is you do a lot of giving back. I mean, I know that you brought in healthcare and then became Simba, and you have a radio program, I think every Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And what was the motivation for that, and how has that made an impact?
Well, healthcare is about the people, and as a doctor, it's not about you providing services to a few people. You need to provide services to everybody. And the reason we started the radio show was that there was just a limitation of education, that people did not really understand what their rights were, what they needed to know before they engaged the medical system. So Dr. Pamela, my wife, runs a doctor on there. She loves it, and she's there every Wednesday, just disseminating information. And it's a platform for so she brings doctors from every specialty, and every Wednesday there's a new topic. And it's been running now for about 6 years, and it's doing very well.
It's dedication and commitment. I've listened to it many times, anytime I have the opportunity. There was a time when you were a guest on the program, Dr. Ajayi.
I try and go in occasionally. But I think the real opportunity is to educate the people.
And that is making an impact. What also people don't know, they know you with the Bridge Clinic in Victoria. But what came out in the session today is that you are really spread across the whole of Nigeria if you take the Bridge Clinic and Simla. Can you elaborate a bit on that?
Well, I mean, we have a regional strategy for that Bridge Clinic. Bridge Clinic, we have a clinic in Lagos, one in Port Harcourt, one in Abuja. And then we also have the Institute of Fertility Medicine, which is a low-cost IVF program we run in Lagos Teaching University. bridge clinic is also building primary care centers, so Medi Center, we have one in GRA, Keja, we have the Kotun, Solo, and VI is just coming up. And then with CENLAB, we're in 26 locations across the country, so we're in Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, Warri, Kaduna, Asaba, so we're all over the place. The whole idea is to provide services for Nigerians. Of course, infrastructure is harder to manage, but I think by looking at it from a national point of view, Nigeria is a very big market. If you look at the Nigerian market compared to the whole of West Africa, I think if you can provide services and have adequate coverage of Nigeria, your hands will be full.
So when people talk about medicine, they always see only doctors. But what we learned from you in this session is that the constriction points, not necessarily just doctors, there are a whole value chain. I mean, it would be interesting for people to know what other constrictions are there.
Well, I think healthcare is a system, and a doctor is just part of the system. And I think one of the challenges in Nigeria is we focus too much on the doctor. To do an operation successfully, you need a whole value chain. You need doctors, you need nurses, you need theatre porters, you need equipment. And all of that is what constitutes healthcare. So if you're looking at healthcare as a business, you need to be able to focus on that system, which includes doctors. But if you leave it with the doctor, occasionally he's just thinking of what he needs to do, what he needs to do. And in a way, it's one of why our hospitals don't work very well, because I'm a doctor, but I don't think a doctor is the best person to run a hospital. A doctor who has gone on management is the best person, but a doctor who has no management experience is definitely not the best person to run a hospital. A doctor who has not learned management is not the best person to be a health minister or even a commissioner. Okay? Because you're looking at things from a system point of view. So if you had that system experience, you're perfect as a doctor. You don't have that system experience, then I don't think being a doctor is enough of a qualification for you to manage the healthcare system. I think it's one of the reasons why we're not moving as fast as Nigeria.
Doc, there's something that I think is dangerous going on, picking up from where you left. So I know some doctors that when you want to do an operation, they themselves are the surgical operator, they are the anesthetist, they do everything. Are they qualified to do all that?
No, that's right.
But this happens a lot in Nigeria.
Well, it happens a lot because our regulatory framework is not as robust as it should be. Because it's dangerous. I mean, you can't be an anesthetist as well as a surgeon. That is not allowed in modern medicine. You know, healthcare is about human beings, and the standard of healthcare that is allowed anywhere in the world is really what we should allow in Nigeria. But because our regulatory framework is not robust enough, people get away with whatever it is they can get away with. It's not right for a doctor to be the surgeon and the anesthetist at the same time. That's reckless.
I thought so. Dr. Ajayi, it was nice having you. Can you explain your experience of the Ausso Leadership Academy and your session today?
Well, I think I'm absolutely, flabbergasted by what I've seen today. We've talked about the Leadership Academy, but I'm coming in today and seeing those young people whose lives hopefully be transformed by this experience and going out there in society. This is a great initiative, and I think we need a lot more initiatives like this to lead to transformation in Nigeria. It's all about education, and so we're doing great work here. Very proud to be part of it.
Well, thank you for your time and sharing your valuable experience. We hope that you will come again when we call upon you to come and share your experience.
It's been an honor and a privilege to do so. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.